This here is Guildhall. Back in the medieval period, this is the place where Londoners came to pay their taxes. It's quite possible that this became the Guildhall in about the 10th century, during Anglo-Saxon England, before the Normans. The word guild probably comes from the Old English word guild, though spelled differently, meaning payment, which would make sense if this was the place you came to pay your taxes. The first document we have that mentions the existence of the Guildhall dates to about the year 1128 AD. The current building that you see there was completed in the year 1440. Wow. The building was damaged during the Great Fire of London of 1666, and it was also damaged during the German Blitz of 1940. Today it's the headquarters for the City of London Corporation. But there is another story to tell, and it begins right through those doors over there. By the way, there's some people over there trying to take some photos. I'm ruining their shots. I'm not doing it deliberately, but I am walking back and forth. I'm very, very sorry. So I've just entered the art gallery building, which is upstairs, but down here, somewhere, oh here it is, I went the wrong way. Oh, that's Salisbury Cathedral. I'll keep going. Roman Amphitheatre. Wow. Wow, this is incredible. And just as incredible is the fact that the remains down here were not discovered until 1988. It had long been assumed by historians that there was an amphitheatre here in London, but nobody knew where it was. And then lo and behold, it was right under the Guildhall. The first amphitheatre on the site here was in timber, and that was built about the year AD 70. This one here, its replacement, was built around about 120 AD. This was a site of gladiatorial games, religious festivals and rites, public executions, and animal fighting. And someone told me that the sand here, all the gravel that's part of the ruins here, is actually the sand and the gravel that existed 2,000 years ago on this site. Amazing. I wonder how much blood it soaked up. So you can see it right there. The curving of the stonework, showing how far out it would have gone, very, very broad, very wide. And that is traced in the stonework up above. And here we are on the modern ground surface, and you can see that line there, that dark grey line, that actually plots out where the amphitheatre was below ground, of course. Now, if we were standing here 2,000 years ago, or nearly 2,000 years ago, we'd be up in the seats watching the games and the gladiatorial fights and all the blood and horror over there. The estimates for the capacity, the stadium capacity here, was about 6,000 people that it could hold. At the time, though, the population of Roman London was only about 20 to 30,000. We don't know when the amphitheatre went out of use. Now, Roman administration in Britain finished around about the year 410 AD, so it's quite possible that around about that time the amphitheatre went out of use and the locals started to pilfer the stonework here for other buildings. the incoming Anglo-Saxons preferred a site about a mile to the west, which is just over that way, which they called Londonvic. It was during the Viking invasions that the Anglo-Saxons started to realise that the old Roman London could become a new fortified settlement. And it was King Alfred in the year 886 AD who essentially refounded London back within the Roman London walls. Well, the TARDIS has got a lot thinner over the years. And there is another little interesting story about this area. The church that I'm standing in front of here, this is the St. Lawrence Jewry next Guildhall. What some people believe is that this church, when it was founded, maybe in the 1100s, was done so deliberately due to the old amphitheatre walls, which, I don't know, may have still been partially visible back then. The church is on a slightly different alignment. So why would they not build it in a proper alignment? Well, it may be that they saw the site of the old amphitheatre here and they kind of just moved the church a little bit to avoid touching onto it. It may also have been that this area by then was already being used as the Guildhall, so they just wanted to stay outside of the precinct, which maybe the Guildhall had decided was going to be theirs, and that was the old amphitheatre site. Maybe. The church burned down in the Great Fire of London and was rebuilt. Then it got blown up by a German bomb during World War II, and then it was rebuilt. Thankfully, it's still there today. Well, how cool is that? London Guildhall. 2,000 years of history right here. And you know what? It's free to get in there. The art gallery and the amphitheatre underneath. So if you're in London and you've got a couple of hours to spare, come on down here. You won't be disappointed. Thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider hitting that like and the subscribe button. And I'll see you again soon. Blech. 1970s architecture. Blech. Prudent passageway. It wasn't very prudent of me to walk down there.